Well, g'day guys, and welcome back to the Boomerang Biker channel. It's a cold winter's morning here in Adelaide. I'm with my buddy Mike. He's on the V-Strom up in front, and we've booked a few days away to get a break to the Flinders Ranges. Alright, let's grab some fuel. Alright guys, we just rocked up in Clare and we're going to fill up the bikes and go and get a bit of food. Stay tuned. Fuel on 5 please.
1983 please.
Cheers.
Thanks.
Take it easy. Okay, so that's the bike full up. Right, let's go to the cafe, grab a bit of food. Right, bud. Alright, it's been a few years since I came through here. I was by myself then. It's nice to have my buddy along with me for the ride. Here we go. Hopefully we don't get an ambitious traffic warden. Alright guys, be back in a bit. Let's go and grab some food. Alright, we have had a good feed at 1871. And we need to get into the traffic now. And continue on. All right. Go on, bud. Well, that was great. We had a nice coffee. and a halloumi sandwich with jalapenos, which was a nice winter warmer. Alright, according to the old TFT, or the carper ride, we've got about 3 hours to Rawnsley, but we'll probably stop on the way again.
Our hearts beat to the city streets. We began to feel the fire. We rise like tall buildings as the chemicals, they take us higher. The night's young and it's just begun as she puts her hand in mine. We wanna chase the night, wanna dance to the light, pull the stars from the sky, just two hearts running wild.
Okay guys, so this is the small town of Peterborough. We've got a quick photo opportunity in front of the Peterborough sign, and then we'll chuck a Yui and head north to Hawker. Alright, quick photo opportunity. Oh, that looks good. You positioned that well.
You don't want to take a video.
There we go. Irma's tracking me.
Of course she is. I wouldn't have expected anything less.
Well, at least I got someone nice waiting for me now.
That's right, 100%.
You know? Go on, do a wave for her. Okay, so an hour and 56 minutes to Hawker without any stops. That was Peterborough in the rear view mirror, and we'll check back in when we get towards Rawnsley station. And we're finally getting a little touch of sunshine, which hopefully will warm things up a little bit. Okay, let's get into it.
We're gonna be two hearts running wild.
Magnificent scenery. It's just absolutely incredible. I never get over the sheer size of Australia. The only problem is it takes hours and hours or days and days to get anywhere.
Wanna dance to the light, pull the stars from the sky, just two hearts running wild. Never sleep, never stop. As we shout from the top, we're gonna be two hearts running wild. We're gonna be two hearts running wild.
Okay guys, what a backdrop. We are hanging a right, and we're not far away from Hawker. For some reason I've developed the sniffles today. I can't stop sneezing. Alright Mike, let's get out there, mate. Come on. close the visor. The scenery is pretty spectacular. I wasn't actually expecting this. And when I went to Broken Hill, it was amazing, but there wasn't those sort of big hills and backdrop that we're seeing here. So, and this is just day one from Adelaide up to Rawnsley station. Overnight we're going to drop off a lot of weight off the bike, and we'll go out fairly lightweight tomorrow, and we should see some spectacular scenery. Now I'm not entirely sure whether I'm going to make a video, just one full-length video, or chop it up into different days. But if this is day one only, then make sure you like and subscribe and stick around for day two, because that promises to be epic. Great spot. Could do with something to go under the stand.
I was thinking that looked a little soft there. You want to move just a little bit to your right?
Would you want to just see if you can get a rock or something? Okay, so we nearly lost the bike. Perfect. Spot on, mate. There we go. Oops, it is. Oh, holy crap. Right, let's go and check in. Alright guys, here we are up at Rawnsley station. This is day two of our Flinders Ranges into the Outback adventure. We've got our heart-starting coffee. Mike's our trip leader. He's in charge of navigation, so if it all goes wrong, it's on him. And typically there's a light plane taking off in the background there. So we're going to check the map out, a real life map, and we'll finish packing and get on our way. So stay tuned guys, and thanks for tuning into the video. Cheers.
Alright, so we're going to start down here at Rawnsley Park Station, and I thought we might pop in and take a look at Wilpena Pound so you can see that. It's a nice little park.
Very cool.
Yep, and then we can go ahead and jump back on the track, and then we're going to go ahead and get onto this Bunyeroo Gorge. We're going to take this little drive.
I don't know if you pronounce it.
I
like
probably
that.
pronounced it all wrong. Bunyeroo. Yeah, that one.
Okay.
And so there's some of the iconic views that you've seen on TV and other YouTube things in the past. And then we'll pop down here and go north. And then we'll end up in the Brachina.
Parachilna?
Parachilna
I've heard that one before.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
And then depending on time, if we're short on time, we can run right back to the Flinders Ranges Highway, or we can pop out to the side and then come down to the Outback Highway, and then we can look at cutting back on this track right here, the Morellana Scenic.
Morellana, I know that one. Yeah.
Yep. So we'll pop down on that one, and that will bring us just south of Rawnsley Park and then back home. So it just really depends on how much time we have today.
All right, Mike, sounds great. Let's finish packing up the bikes and hit the gravel road, okay? Cheers. All right. I know. Go on, I'll follow you. Okay, buddy, let the fun begin. So, as I said, good morning, everybody. Well, we've got some absolutely stunning weather here this morning in Rawnsley Station. Hoping you can see the backdrop there of the mountains. That is absolutely incredible. We had quite a late start this morning. A couple of dehydrated meals, so we didn't have to faff around cooking breakfast. We've had our heart starting coffee, and we're good to go. Wow, what a fantastic backdrop. That is absolutely amazing. Okay guys, I'm not going to blab all the way through this. We're just going to capture some nice footage today. I'll add a little bit of commentary here and there just to let you know where we are, and I'll put some little titles on. But other than that, let's just enjoy the ride. And thanks again for staying tuned. Not sure if I'm going to do this in one video or break it into days. Either way, please make sure you like and subscribe and stay tuned for the fun. Cheers. I just can't get over the spectacular scenery. The only other place I've seen this in Australia is in Halls Gap, which is in the Grampian National Park over in Victoria. One of my favourite places to go, but this is already ticking all the boxes. Okay, brief stop at the lookout. Might even sneakily whiz up the drone. Wow, that is pretty amazing. Do you want to stay on the bike and I'll take a photo with that in the background? All right. Okay, so brief stop to look at the lookout, I guess, and now we're going into Wilpena Pound, which is another station. And again, check out the scenery. The backdrop there is pretty spectacular. Alright, let's leapfrog this guy. Wow, the scenery is awesome. Look at that for an amazing backdrop. Absolutely spectacular. Spectaculare. Or as my partner would say, bailaka. I'm so glad we made this trip. It's fantastic. And this stuff so far is only the tame stuff. Wait till we get off into some of the gorges. So here we are at Wilpena Visitor Centre. So we might just have a quick sticky beat, use the toilet, grab some supplies and carry on.
We filled the bikes and grabbed supplies at Wilpena Pound Resort, took a quick look around and rejoined the Flinders Ranges way, heading north for the Bunyeroo Gorge road turnoff. Leaving the main highway, the road heads northeast towards possibly the most photographed place in the entire Flinders Ranges, the spectacular Razorback Lookout. Boy, were we in for a treat.
Okay, so we're taking a left onto Brachina, I think it's Bunyeroo Gorge. That's a difficult one, isn't it? Alright. Now, I don't know what all this is about. Scenic drive. You on that?
This is it.
Just give me a sec. My phone's not syncing with the bloody car parade. I'm going to get rid of this piece of shit. There we go. Have a bit of music. Not that you really need music with a backdrop like that, but anyway. Alright. Enduro mode locked in.
Look at me sometimes like all you want to do is run.
Right, Mike, we're just on the entrance to what canyon? Bunyeroo Canyon, I think that's how you say it. The backdrop is just absolutely amazing. We might be struggling for SD cards, but we'll try our best. Anyway, don't go anywhere, we're going to hike back down the hill to the bikes. Stay tuned. Man, oh man. Have a look at the scenery through here. We're just up on the top of the hill there at the lookout point, looking down the valley. That is fantastic. And we're not even into the gorge properly yet. Cheers, guys. Oh man, what a road!
Leaving the iconic Razorback Lookout, we rode the wide sweeping curves down the valley to the entrance of the Bunyeroo Gorge. With awesome views around every bend, this is a part of the Flinders you don't want to miss.
So here we are, Bunyeroo Gorge. This is bloody amazing. I'm just so happy that I did this ride. And what a fantastic day compared to yesterday when it was overcast. Oh man, this is cool. big GS goes through it. Awesome. Woohoo!
You have fun?
Yeah.
I thought you'd like that little spot.
Yeah, that's awesome, mate. It's a bit nerve-wracking on the big GS. But anyway, let's go. Woohoo! Man, that was awesome. Hey, check out the big emu. Come on, buddy, get out of the road. Come on, get into the bush, matey. There you go. Yeah, that was cool, mate. All right, this is great, isn't it? Fantastic. All right, let's go. Let's give that a splash.
With midday quickly approaching, we checked the GPS and dialed in a place to stop and make lunch.
Okay, let's do it.
The following ride along the valley floor was quite simply Adventure Moto Nirvana. This is fantastic. I'm absolutely loving it. It just is. Oh, this is some of the best riding I've done in a long time. I don't know if you're even getting this audio, but it is. I just keep saying spectacular. Hey! Oh man, this is fantastic.
Well, Mike did say I'd want to put on my video on my camera, and I'm so glad I did. That was fantastic down through there. And now we're going to find a spot, get the jet boil out, make a little bit of lunch. Alright guys, we'll make a little bit of lunch and take a bit of a breather, but that was spectacular, Michael. Thank you so much, trip leader. Right, mate. Okay, that was our quick stop for lunch, and we've got about 10 k's to the next lookout point. Hope you're really enjoying riding along with us. We're having a fantastic day.
Find myself wondering what did happen to the last 10. I ran away with my life, fast forward, never turn back again. It's kind of funny that the more we pass time, the more we need to set them rewind. And 19 was the year I had to leave you, but now I'm seeing all the signs. Is this really happening? I can't believe it's true. I'm just as surprised as you. Is this really happening? I can't be too sure, but one day I'll be yours again. Life lessons come one in a dozen. The other 11 give something from nothing. I sit here looking for an answer. Maybe the biggest question was in the last chapter. You gave me the soul I have today. Without you I never could have away. But now I see what you teach. I can't believe I always should have stayed. Yeah. Is this really happening? I can't believe it's true. I'm just as surprised as you. Is this really happening? I can't be too sure, but one day I'll be yours again. One day I'll be yours.
Holy crap, that scenery is just, I just don't know how to describe it. I don't think the DJI is probably doing it justice, but it's just amazing. It's just been such a fantastic day, and it's something that I'll never ever forget.
Life lessons come one in a dozen. The other 11 do something from nothing. Life lessons come one in a dozen. The other 11 do something from nothing. Life lessons come one in a dozen. The other 11 do something from nothing. Life changes just open the door. One thing's certain, I'll always be yours. Is this really happening? I can't believe it's true. I'm just as surprised as you. Is this really happening? I can't be too sure, but one day I'll be yours. Yeah. Is this really happening? I can't believe it's true. I'm just as surprised as you.
Oh man, that was absolutely awesome. Woohoo! Well, that last section was awesome. We were absolutely hooning along. It was fantastic. Wow. I'm out of breath now. I'm also out of SD card nearly. Thanks for tuning in. Let's see how much more we can do today.
We took a few minutes to let the adrenaline subside. Then we jumped back on the bikes and retraced our steps south towards the Brachina Gorge road. At the next intersection, we hung a left on the Brachina Gorge road and headed out east to rejoin the Flinders Ranges way.
Okay, let's go. So she's pretty deep. So we're heading back out of the gorge now. Not sure if you can hear me on the audio. If not, I'll dub it over afterwards. We're heading out of the gorge and back towards sort of Wilpena Pound. You can see the spectacular backdrop. We had just such a fantastic day. Absolutely knackered now. I'm ready for a cold one, that's for sure. Oh man, well that was amazing, mate. I'm glad to sit down for a little bit. My feet are killing me. All right, my friend, let's go.
After a full day of action-packed adventure, it was awesome to cruise along on the smooth blacktop. Make no mistake, the Flinders isn't just about gravel roads. The sealed roads are a pleasure to ride on any bike, adventure, cruiser, tourer, or whatever's your weapon of choice. Just get out there and soak up everything this magnificent region has to offer.
Okay folks, so that was a quick stint southbound. I'll put the road number up somewhere. Great scenery and great road, to be honest. I really enjoyed that bit on the bitumen. So we're nipping back into Wilpena Tourist Centre. Gonna top up the tanks and I'm gonna see if I can get some SD cards because I'm running out of space. Okay, you've seen this bit before, so I might not bother making any more video. Fuck! Holy f***! Woo! Oh fuck! Well, there you go, guys. I'm glad I had that running. Oh, that was close. And there's another one here. How I missed that one. Well, I nearly shit myself, guys, and I think you'll see on the video just how close I was to hitting that. Any more video. Man, that came out of nowhere. I didn't get any warning whatsoever. Wait till you see this footage. How I did not hit that roo. Honestly, mate, I need to change my shorts. Shit myself. I've got it. Oh, and no warning. No warning. And it came out of a dark bush area. Holy crap, and it was a big one. I'll show you later.
You have your hazards on.
I know, I was flashing that guy going the other way.
I think you're flashing me.
No. Holy crap, that was close. Alright, it's that time of day. Go on. Well guys, apologies for the language, but I think under the circumstances you can understand why. Far out. That was a big boy. If I'd have hit that, I would have been off, definitely. Anyway, that taught me a lesson there. Really, I was getting a bit excited. And it's that time of day. As soon as the sun starts to stink, that's when they get a bit active. And you can see they're all over the side of the road now. Whew. Well, that's going to make for some interesting footage and a bit of interesting editing, I think. Holy shit. Well, that's answered the age-old question, mate. That shoeroos don't bloody work. Because I've got two on the front of the bike, mate. Oh, don't waste your money. Holy cow. Alright guys, I'll turn this off now. Go and have a bit of a... See, I don't know what I'm doing. I need to concentrate. Alright, catch you later. Well, g'day guys, and welcome to day 3 of our Flinders trip, Flinders Ranges in South Australia, with my buddy Mike. Mike's got some running repairs on the mighty V-Strom.
No repairs, just tightening.
Okay. So the sun is amazing, as you can see this morning. We're going to load the gear on the bikes, and today, where are we going to today, Mike? Parachilna Gorge, something like that. Yeah, doing a big loop up towards Blinman.
Up to Parachilna Gorge and Blinman. Yep, and
the
Glass
House Gorge.
Glass House Gorge.
Yeah, as you can see, we know exactly where we're going and what they're all called. All right, guys, well, stay tuned for another epic day's riding. Stick around. As you can see from the breath, it's quite a chilly morning. Let's get some sounds going. And I'm rocking a Hakuna Matata in the headset. Goeiemorgen, Emma. Jij is my liefde. You ready to rock and roll? Make sure everything's battened down. Now, whilst Mike is making some final adjustments to the route, he's the navigator, I'll let you into a bit of a secret. So I was a bit worried about the water this morning for my backpack for here. So I boiled it up, and it's in my backpack with boiling water, and it's lovely and warm. So there's a top tip from the boomerang biker. All right, brother, let's go. Guarantee if you come up to Rawnsley station, this is the place to stay. That is the Woolshed restaurant. Really nice. The food is fantastic. It's not your average Aussie pub food. It's really good stuff. It's a bit pricey, but you know, you're in the middle of nowhere. Really recommend the caravan site. The cabins are great, although they're cold. In typical Aussie way, they're more like demountables that you'd see on a building site, although they're very nicely, what's the word, appointed They're very nicely appointed, but as soon as you turn the heater off, it gets bloody cold. But highly recommend them. Again, they're not cheap, but look where you are. There's not a lot of infrastructure, so you get what you can. Okay, so we got the sun to our left. It's a beautiful, crispy, chilly morning. Heated grips are on. Got my best buddy Mike up in front there, and we're going to head up the it's not a freeway, up the highway, back past Wilpena Pound. Keep a good eye out for kangaroos, and we're heading up towards I think it's called Parachilna Gorge, Parachilna Gorge, and the Glasshouse Gorge. So I'm going to conserve the SD card on the GoPro here, and I'll flick in and out of using the DJI. Hopefully we don't get any close encounters with the wildlife this morning. Anyway, quick thank you to anybody that follows my channels. If you like what I do, then stick around, hit that thumbs up, you know, the like button, it's down there, and drop me a sub. And you know what? If you want one of my neck tubes, just give me a shout, leave me a message, and I'll send one in the post to you. It's on me, okay? All right, let's have a great day, guys. Okay, and away we go. I'm happy to have a couple of minutes, mate. I'm happy to stop for a couple of minutes anyway. So using helmet cam right now in a different way. The DJIs are just so versatile. This is a fantastic little valley through here. The scenery is amazing. Twists and turns. As you see, a lot of rock. I nearly dropped my bike then, Mike, when I was trying to turn around. How's it going, brother?
Good, just gotta figure out how to reboot this GoPro again.
All right, guys, stay tuned. Catch you in a bit. Wow. Wow, this is fantastic. I'm absolutely loving this. Wow, I'm so glad I've got the GoPro running. Sorry, not the GoPro, the DJI. All right, let's work up this as far as it will go. Haven't done a lot of 360 recently. The footage is quite cumbersome to edit in their software, but I thought I'd give it a go. And I'm pretty sure the footage won't be disappointing you. I mean, look at the formations up to the left. Sorry about that, that's my muesli bar stuck in the back of my throat and in my teeth. Well, I thought yesterday was epic, but this is just as good, if not better. Well, if you're watching this, Dad, you'd be absolutely gobsmacked by this scenery. I've got to get you out here, mate. We'll maybe do it easier. We'll come in the four-wheel drive. Scree Slope. We're looking for yellow-footed wallabies. I think they're rock wallabies, maybe. I reckon we pull up here. Take a break and just sit and admire the beauty. I want to have 5 minutes here and just take it in.
That's why I let you go front.
Hang on.
If you want to stop, you'll stop here.
I'm going to go forward a touch, otherwise I'll never get it off the side stand. There we go. All right, guys. We'll have a breather and then do a 360 view for you. Cheers.
I'm actually going to take my bike down by the table
Okay.
and have a coffee.
Okay.
If you want to bring yours down.
Yeah, all right. Now you've made me get off and start. Don't be a hoon. Don't be a Ranger driver. I was going to turn the camera off and then I turned around, I was like, and you're on the floor. Okay. Okay, that was a quick stop for a coffee and a little snack, and we're going to continue on towards Parachilna Gorge. Stay tuned. Oh, I'm having such a great day. Look at the scenery. It is just amazing. So looking up to the left and around the valley, it just reminds me so much of a western like Rio Grande or John Wayne in True Grit, you know, where he takes the reins in his mouth and he goes, "Fill your hands with lead, you son of a bitch." It's just spectacular, isn't it? It's amazing. So there's the dried up riverbed down the bottom. Wow, look at that open up into that awesome valley. That is pretty cool, isn't it? That is cool, buddy. Where to now? Keep going? All right, brother.
The gorge slowly gave way to open trail, the red rock walls falling behind us as we made our way towards Brachina Lookout, where silence and scenery stretch on for miles.
All right, guys, we just stopped for a quick breather. We are now out of the national park, as Mike's just pointed out. So there's no restrictions on me throwing the drone up. I'm so tempted when we stopped for coffee to get the drone out, but there's those, I think they're rock wallabies or rock kangaroos, yellowtail kangaroos, and, you know, mindful of the restrictions. But there's no restriction here, so I'm going to grab the drone, throw it up, a couple of seconds of footage just to show you where we are. It's magnificent country. Get yourselves out here. Okay guys, that was a short break to put up the drone. If you can see the road going along to the horizon, that's where we're headed. On we go. I have to say, the flies at that stop there were horrendous. Goodness knows what it's like out here in summer with the flies. All right, let's continue on. That ridge is just amazing over to the right. Try not to fall off the bike like Mike did because he was busy looking at the scenery, although I can't blame him. And over to the left is just amazing too. Holy crap, that looks fantastic. Snaking its way across the plains. We've got some bad corrugations here. Some great footage of Mike. Oh, it's just amazing. I'm just running out of superlatives. Well, that was a great stretch. And we're now rejoining the highway. All right, we got a short stint on the highway. Actually nice to sit down and rest my feet. They do ache a little bit when you've been on the pegs for a while. So we're a couple of k's outside Parachilna now, the little small town. I guess it's not even a town. We just got flashed by a caravan or a camper van. Excuse me. Now I'm not sure if they were just being friendly or they were trying to warn us of something. But anyway, we're going to pull into Parachilna. Oh, excuse me, sorry. And rest up for a little bit, grab a drink or something. Here we are, and then we're going to go through Parachilna, through the gorge, I think, or do we carry on to Blinman? I'm not entirely sure. All right, stick around, guys. Okay, Parachilna. Let's find somewhere to park and we'll have a drink and maybe a bit of lunch. Oh, there's a bike here. Let's go and park next to the bike. G'day, mate. Okay, we're gonna get a drink, maybe something to eat. We'll be back in a few minutes. See you later. So, quick stop here at the Parachilna Hotel. It's the Prairie Hotel in Parachilna, actually. Like every Australian pub, they say it's the most popular pub in Australia. Go figure, right? But it's got a own brewery, so a really good beer. We met a guy called Jeremy from Tasmania who's touring around on a CF Moto. Hey, Jeremy. Jeremy. Give us a wave, mate. He's feeding his face, mate, so he's got better things to do. All right, we'll grab a quick coldie. They do a nice stout here. I'm just having a small one, and then we'll continue on. Stay tuned. Put it there, brother.
Tip. Take it easy. Right, safe.
Take care, mate. All right, guys. We are leaving the Prairie Hotel. Met a lovely guy called Jeremy. That guy's Jeremy lives in Tasmania, in Launceston or Launceston, depending on how you want to pronounce it. And I think he said his son lives over here and has a CF Moto, and he's lent him the bike, and he's doing a bit of travel around Australia. So good for him. All right, are we going in here? Okay. All right, let's do some more tracks. Nice to meet you, Jeremy. Catch you later, mate. Alright, a bit of a long schleppage on the dirt road into the gorge. Okay. Yeah, sure. Alright, we put the 360 on. And we're going over the pass to Blinman. Actually quite warm now. I'm 16, it's 16 degrees. I've still got my liners in. I think I took my liner out of my jacket, but I've got my thermals on, so plenty warm enough. Okay, so this is Glass Gorge Scenic Drive. Oh wow, that's pretty cool. So I can open the visor now. How cool is this? This is like something from Mars. This is definitely sort of Star Wars territory. Yeah, I know I talk a lot of shit, don't I? Wow, this is pretty cool. Down a notch. There we go. How cool is this? Okay guys, here we are at Blinman. Blinman welcomes you. Outback, South Australia. How cool. Alright, here we are in Blinman, guys. Have a drink, have a pee and something to eat. Stay tuned. Alright guys, that was the Blinman Hotel. Had a nice little beer, sneaky beer, and some fish and chips. Alright, that's the last of the dirt for today. We've got about an hour of bitumen back to Rawnsley. Absolutely fantastic day. What a day. It's been so much fun. Now it's 3 o'clock. So given it's winter and the shadows start to get long, we're going to keep an eye out for kangaroos. So we're taking the highway south down towards Wilpena, and this goes southbound to Hawker. Okay guys, we're on our way back to Rawnsley station, and then right at the last second we spotted the turning for what they call the Great Wall of China. I'm not sure if you can pick that up on the DJI. Goodness knows why they call it the Great Wall of China. My opinion, it looks nothing like it, but anyway, it's a cool name and it's a cool spot, so let's go check it out.